Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today we have for you guys another DC video. I haven't done this in quite a long time. You're going to be seeing some LEGO DC Supervillains gameplay in the back. Great games, make sure to enjoy that. But today we're talking about two different movies. You probably read the title. We're talking about Justice League versus the Snyder Cut, or Zack Snyder's Justice League. So before I get into this, I just kind of want to give you guys a bit of a not a rundown, because you guys probably know the rundown, right? The Zack Snyder, Joss Whedon thing, and the CGI, the mustache, the blah, blah. Right, you understand that. I'm talking about, I'm not going to be trash talking and shit talking 2017 Justice League. I'm not. Because as a film lover and a film reviewer and a film critic for this channel, I very much like to look at it not just, Snyder Cut better, right? And yes, objectively, the Snyder Cut is better, right? It's 4 hours long, a lot more character arc, a lot more character driven, a lot better action scenes, it's better directed, better written. Everything's better in the Snyder Cut. But to kind of trash the 2017 version of Justice, which, look, I don't like calling it Justice League. I just did that, but I really do like to call it Justice League 2017. I don't have a lot of hate for this film. Is it my least favorite DCEU film? Fudge, yes. But is it a horrible film that deserves to be thrown in the dumpster and shot and burned alive? And no, it's not. And again, I'm a film lover. I'm not just going to, sit here and be like, the movie sucks. I'm not going to do that. I'm literally going to kind of... I rewatched this film. I rewatched Justice League with my dad and the Snyder Cut with him. And I kind of had to compare. And, of course, he likes Snyder Cut better. But it was kind of interesting to watch them, 1 or 2 days apart and just kind of see how Justice League 2017 differs from the Snyder Cut in 2021. And it really is. I mean, it's effing night and day. I mean, Snyder Cut is literally a different film entirely. It's got some same shots and some same story beats and all that, but for the most part, it's a completely different effing film, and it's all the better for it. But Justice League 2017, it's not without its merits. It's not a horrible film. It's actually a pretty good film. Is it great? No. Is it horrible? No. It's just kind of in between. It's kind of in this weird film limbo. But again, as a film, I'm just going to say this. Even if you're not a fan of DC, right? Even if you hate Batman, Superman, and all these things, even if you hate comic book movies and comic books in general, DC, Marvel, what have you, if you call yourself a film lover or a film reviewer or a film criticizer, or not criticizer, film critic, film aficionado, I guess. If you're studying film itself, you owe it to yourself to watch Justice League versus the Snyder Cut. If anything, in order to kind of piece together why Joss Whedon did that versus what Zack Snyder would have done, or vice versa. Again, I don't hate Justice League, right? I don't hate it. It's really funny, because at the end of the day, a lot, you read online and people go, Justice League sucks, they throw fits and they get in their little man panties and they go to Timbuktu screaming and belching about how bad this film is. But again, upon rewatching it, I really don't hate it. Yes, there are some bad things, all right? Superman's mustache, pretty fucking weird. It looks like he got out of like the dentist and he's got Novocaine running through his mouth. He's like, Superman, look, that's weird. Okay, I don't like it. A lot of the CGI does not hold up. It's very freaking noticeable, especially the mascara. Steppenwolf. I've read that, Steppenwolf looks like a PS3 cutscene. Look, Steppenwolf is not Thanos, alright? He's not Gollum. He's not Snoke. None of that, okay? But he's not bad. I don't think Steppenwolf, again, Justice League 2017, I don't think he looks that bad. Does he look like a biatch and kind of not that strong? Yes. He kind of looks just like a dude with some weird-ass horns on his head. And then you get Snyder Cut, of course, it's more badass. He's got the metal and the shards and all that. He's cutting through arrows, and he's so, he's sick-looking. But in 2017... he's really not that much of an issue CGI-wise. But again, the CGI could have been better. Writing and pacing. Again, Justice League, 2 hours long. Snyder Cut, 4 hours and 2 minutes. There's a shite ton of more stuff in the Snyder Cut. So, of course, you're going to kind of look at it and go, that was better. Because, again, there's more breathing room. There's more stuff to do. There's more stuff to see and all that. But Justice League 2017, again, I have problems with it. Like I said, CGI and all that. But for the most part, I enjoy watching it. I think it's a fun, cheesy-esque comic book film. Again, it's not perfect. I think, Wonder Woman's kind of weird. I think that some of the writing's a bit strange. Now, I will say that there are some things in the Justice League, quote-unquote, that is actually better than what it's in the Snyder Cut. I think that there's a lot of good Flash lines, and there's a lot of good Flash stuff in Snyder Cut, but a lot of the scenes in 2017, I get it. The brunch line, F it, get out of here. But there's a few lines that are just, they work, I buy the dialogue between characters in Joss Whedon's version because Joss Whedon knows how to handle that kind of dialogue, right? We've seen Avengers Age of Ultron. He's got that down. If that's one thing he can do really good in this film, he does that. Not every joke lands, but more jokes land in 2017's version than in the Snyder Cut. Because, again, Zack Snyder, he's not really a team director. He's not really a comedy. He's just kind of Zack Snyder, you know what I mean? It's a lot of dark, heavy, badass stuff, like really cool action scenes, lots of slow-mo, lots of dark, mature themes. Of course, Justice League 2017's PG-13, Snyder Cut is R-rated, so something that's appropriate for a 13 and up audience is not really for a 17 or 18 and up audience. And Zack Snyder is just better at directing the more mature stuff, right? You look at Man of Steel, Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, and then Snyder Cut, right? Specifically DC. His films are a lot more darker in tone than, say, Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, in Justice League 2017. But again, that's not a bad thing. That's just how these two directors kind of go through and do their own thing, right? So I think that, again, Zack Snyder knows his strengths, and his strength is not team building, I guess, comedy writing, right? Because when I watch Justice League 2017, I'm laughing more, sometimes for the wrong reasons, but I am laughing more. And then you get to this whole area where, Zack Snyder, because it's so effing long, you really feel like they're a team. There's that big long shot at the end where they're like that dam or the big, I guess it is a dam, acid-type plant thing, and there's like this long shot of every single character, right? Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, Superman, Batman, and you really, like, every time I watch, and I've seen the Snyder Cut 2 times now, so freaking long. Every time I watch it, I was like, okay, Cyborg had character development, so did Flash, so did Wonder Woman, so did Aquaman, so did Superman, so did Batman, and again, some of them have better arcs than others, but each character has something to do, and each character matters in the Snyder Cut. 2017 Justice League, not as much, but again, it's a lot more brisk, it's a lot more fast-paced, and look, some of the stuff just isn't as well made, but just to, sit here and go, oh, Justice League 2017 sucks, I don't like that mentality, I get it, it's not as good of a film as Snyder Cut, but as a film lover, it really is interesting to show, like when Wonder Woman stabs a parademon in Joss Whedon, she goes, shit, like 2 seconds, right? Snyder Cut, it's a little longer. So what does that tell you? It tells you that shot lingers long because it's something that matters, right? Wonder Woman goes, shing, she stabs a parademon, and then it lingers for a second. It really it has that thematic weight to it that you don't get in Joss Whedon. There's even that scene where like the parademons are attacking the Amazons on Themyscira, right? And it's in Joss Whedon, they just hit the wall, right? That's it. But in Snyder Cut, you hit the wall, and then the camera pans down, you see him hit the ground, and again that adds more dramatic weight. So yes, Zack Snyder is a better director than Joss Whedon. Okay, we freaking know that, and I don't care. I know Zack Snyder had to step down, and then the mustache, and I know all about it. Trust me, okay, I'm not stupid, but it's just when you're looking at it, look, Snyder Cut is 10 times better, but I just want to hammer that point home that I'm not a hater of Justice League. I can see that there's a lot of shit in it, but I can also see that there's a lot of good stuff in it too. It's not all bad. It's a fun movie to watch, Is it stupid sometimes? Yeah. Does it make a lot of sense? No. Superman's lip is kind of distracting, and the CGI is a little wonky, and the story's kind of all over the place, but it's fun and entertaining to watch. And I think people that just throw this film in the dumpster and call it the worst film ever made are probably biased because they're either the Zack Snyder fanboys or they just really freaking hate Joss Whedon. And I know, he's done some stuff, I get it, I understand. But the way I see, like Mark Hamill, I'm not a big fan of Mark Hamill for personal reasons. But he's one of my favorite actors, and he was perfect in the sequels, So that could go with anyone. I know someone who's like, oh, I hate Ben Affleck. He's my least favorite Batman. I'm like, oh, why? He's my favorite. Why is he your least? And that person was like, oh, because of his personal life and things. I'm like, wait a minute. No, it shouldn't matter what he does in his personal. If he's a good actor, he's a good actor. It doesn't matter what he did. Same with, Johnny Depp and all that. Maybe I'm gonna have a video about that soon. Just putting that out. But again, some people can be, people dismiss it and go, oh, it's horrible because Joss Whedon made it. But I don't know. I like to look at the things and really ask myself, why is that different? Why is I don't freaking know. Why is in Justice League 2017 when Superman bitch slaps Batman into the cop car, and then in Snyder Cut he shoots the heat light or the heat laser vision, whatever the heck you call it, right at Batman's arm, and it deflects it. There's two different things, and that's what's really cool about it, is that, yes, Snyder Cut's better, but really, you're getting two different movies with essentially the same title, with essentially the same plot. But Justice League 2017 and the Snyder Cut really feel like different movies, and that's really cool, because I feel like I got my effing money's worth, you know what I mean? It's like, the 2017 Justice League is like you buy a car, right? So say you pay full price for a brand new car, and you get in it, but there's no steering wheel, and they don't give you the keys, and there's no ignition to put the key. There's no engine, there's no radio, there's only 3 tires, and you're like, wait, what the hell? I paid full money for this. It's the same thing, right? I paid $20 or whatever for for Justice League 2017 on Blu-ray, and it's good, but there's a few things missing. And then you get the Snyder Cut. I paid $20 for that. That's the full package. That's the full car. So I get it. Snyder Cut's better. But to dismiss the quote-unquote broken car, there's still pieces of car in there. It's just shy of that greatness. And I do think that, with this being said, it's a good film. Justice League 2017 is a good film. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Of course, the Snyder Cut is I think to say it's objectively better. There's probably people that love Joss Whedon's version, and look, whatever. But again, I just kind of wanted to say that I don't hate this film. I don't. I think that again, as a film lover and reviewer now for YouTube, I really look, and I've reviewed these before, but really looking at it just with my critic eye for a minute, there's a lot of things in Snyder Cut that, of course, were better, but there's some things in 2017 that were better too. The funny moments and the different quips and all that. There's value in both. Of course, there's a lot more value in the Snyder Cut, but there is some fun to be had with Justice League 2017. And upon rewatching them both again, I'm like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. And yes, Justice League 2017 is the canon movie. Snyder Cut sadly is not canon, although it probably should have been. Whatever. I do think that, again, both films have their merit. So I'm going to leave this here. Tell me in the comments what you think about Justice League 2017 versus the Snyder Cut. I'm going to have to assume you like the Snyder Cut better, but, I just wanted to say that. I don't hate 2017. I don't. Of course Snyder Cut's better. That's an obvious answer. You have to be kind of crazy to say the other one's better. But again, opinions exist, I guess. But it's just, I don't know. I don't hate it. And I think that both have a pretty good film structure. I think, again, Justice League is kind of like the little baby brother, and the Snyder Cut is the adult who knows what's going on. That's how I can do that. Or the Snyder Cut's the Xbox Series X, and the Justice League 2017 is an Xbox One. They both do the exact same thing, but, one's a little better than the other. Again, I really love the Snyder Cut. It's probably one of my favorite. It might have to go in my top 10 or top 15 favorite films of all time, and it's obviously probably my second or third favorite DCEU film. Even though it ain't canon, whatever, it's still effing a masterpiece. It really is. It's a masterpiece of a film. But to dismiss the 2017 version is really not doing anything justice. I get it. Maybe you hate whatever, whatever. It's just like Star Wars haters, Oh, I'm going to pretend the sequels don't exist. Okay, well, you be dumb. You're missing out. Oh, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that one doesn't count. Okay, well, you're missing out, I get it. There are some bad movies out there, but again, I love the sequels. They're my favorite batch of films ever. The Last Jedi, my favorite movie ever made. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I freaking love it. I love that movie. I will never understand the hate, you know what I mean? So, quickly dismissing movies and just saying, oh, F it, that's garbage. I hate it. I wish it never existed. I get it. You don't have to love every movie, and I don't love every movie. But I think, especially with Justice League 2017, just throwing that one in the dumpster and be like, oh, that one doesn't matter. I got the Snyder Cut. As a film lover like myself, it really is cool to kind of, again, sit back and look at everything. And obviously, one's better than the other. But I do think that it's very cool that we actually got this chance. Because no movie has ever done that. I get Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic looked like I don't know what the hell, you look like a demon from hell. But, and then, of course, they basically, we bullied Sega or whatever, whoever the heck made it. And the design is perfect. Okay? I love the Sonic movie. Not because they changed the design, just because it's a good film. But it's kind of the same thing. We've never really had a film, and they've never revisited that film, spent all this time, money, and effort. And look at the finished product. Look at the Snyder cut. You know what I mean? That's the true version. But again, the 2017 version, it's still good. I don't hate it. It's not as good, but it's still got some merit, especially as a film lover. Anyway, tell me in the comments what you think. I really love to know. Hope you enjoyed this LEGO DC Supervillains gameplay in the background. Just something for you to watch and look at while I'm talking. And yeah, if you want me to talk about more DC properties, DC EU films, ranking them, talking about a specific scene, and maybe I'll talk about the Martha scene. If you have a specific scene you want me to talk about from any DC film, tell me in the comments, and maybe I'll shout you out and I'll get to that. But again, I'm going to have a cool Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts video coming out soon. I got some other great stuff planned. I might be doing a tribute. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video comparing Justice League or Justice League 2017 to the Snyder Cut. Again, I love the Snyder Cut a lot better, but I do think the other one has some merit and stands on its own 2 feet. They're wobbly feet, but it's standing. It's learning to walk. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.